Trey, you dealt with shoulder injuries last year. Have you talked with Carry-On about that, and how were you able to mentally play through it?
It was very hard for me to play through the shoulder injuries. It's just something that in the game of football you have to use, running the ball, hitting. I talked to him the next day, and I mean he'll be fine. I mean of course it's real sore, but I mean he'll be just fine. It's just a mental thing, and I mean we played in the SEC championship, like you had to suck that up.
I mean, but did you give me any advice on how to play through it? Because it's one thing to say it, but did you give me any tips, pointers, anything at all?
I mean, there's really no advice or tips you can give to that. I mean, when your shoulders hurt, we have different injuries though. Mine was a labrum, and I mean a whole bunch of different stuff that Dr. Andrews said. Mine was just almost completely tore off. So his isn't that bad. So I mean, he'll be fine.
Great. As a senior, you played in a lot of games, emotional games, and trying to turn the page from it. Guys talked about it a little bit. He said Sunday that when you guys got back at practice, he could tell that y'all already started looking ahead at Georgia and kind of. How do you do that? How do you get a whole team to kind of move on from such a big win on Saturday night and look forward to this one?
Yeah, well, here at Auburn we have the 24-hour rule where we live it up. We celebrate within those 24 hours after the game, and then. Once that's up, you got to move on. I mean, you can't just stay in the past. That game is over with. Not even talking about that anymore. We're ready for the SEC championship now.
Knowing what's in front of you, SEC championship, maybe more. Does that make it easier to turn the page?
It makes it a lot easier, especially with that big game we have Saturday.
People could say from 2010 that it was Cam, Nick Fairley. 2013 it was those two big plays. But do you guys think that? I mean, that you guys have really established yourself because you've had to do it on the field. You haven't gotten lucky. You've just kind of dominated in a lot of ways 2 #1 teams.
Yes, sir. As far as our team goes, man, we have a lot of great players, man. A lot of superstars on the offense and defense. Back in the day, I mean, Cam Newton was just the biggest superstar of them all. Now, as far as our team goes, in every position, everybody is pretty good and real solid. So. We have a lot of weapons on offense. We have a lot of key players on defense. Pretty much every player on defense is a key player.
What's it going to be like for you whenever this season ends? Look back and say that you were part of a team that helped establish that kind of depth, and you were part of move that team forward, be more stable. What's that going to be like? Man, it's going to be a great feeling because I mean we already made history, I guess, beating the 2 #1 teams at our house, and I hadn't even beaten Georgia or Alabama since I've been here, and we did that my senior year, and now we get to play Georgia again, and might possibly play Alabama again if everything works out how some people are saying. It's unbelievable, and I just pride myself, especially with all the hard work we were putting in the weight room. Everybody doesn't know what we go through, man. We've gone through hell and back, and now it's just a beautiful thing we have going on here at Auburn.
Well, what's this SEC championship going to mean to you? I mean, you grew up outside of land, not too far. I mean, was it one that you always want to play in growing up and everything?
Of course, everyone wants to play in the SEC championship, but everyone almost talks about the national championship more. So it's really that national championship what we're looking for. But I can't look ahead of that. The SEC championship is a big game, and I remember watching Georgia and LSU play back when Alec Ogletree, which is my big brother, watching him play in that game. And I always thought, man, hopefully one day I can be playing in that stadium, and I get a chance to play in a big game like that. Not in that stadium, but in a big game.
How old were you when you were at that game?
Can't remember. It was Ogletree's junior year because he left out. Might have been 2011. So I might have been like 14. 15, I believe. I'm not sure. He might know.
Trey, Austin said that you guys prepared so well in the preseason, going back to spring training, the summer, and camp, that you knew the team was going to be good. Did you have that same feeling?
I definitely had the same feeling. Did have the same feeling. We worked so hard, man. It's crazy how hard we worked. Coach Russell was given to us every single day, straining us. We did some crazy stuff. I can't explain it, man. And we really got after it, and we definitely thank Coach Russell every single day. And we just got done working out not too long ago. Had another great session, man. It's all paying off, and you know we're reaping what we sowed.
Gus talked about you. He said you're the leader, but this team has a lot of those guys. How important has the leadership of this team been this season?
It's been very important, especially with the early losses. You know, we said we got to keep going. The destiny is still in our hands. We got to keep fighting. Can't dwell on the loss. Which LSU game, everyone, you know, was talking bad about us, throwing us down the drain, and I mean, we kept it going. We kept pushing, and you know, thank God we did, and we didn't just give up, because we could have easily did that. But the leadership, as far as myself and all the other guys on defense, and Jared on offense, carry on. We kept the thing going, and now, you know, it's going to be a great thing Saturday.
It's tough after losses. How tough is it now to refocus the younger guys because they're seeing all this, they're feeling all this? Is this an important time for you guys now too as leaders?
Yeah, it is an important time. I was talking to Coach Steele, and he was saying how we still have to keep the standard going. We got to keep it set. Maybe the younger guys don't know how to handle this, but if they see how we're handling this, they'll follow us. So it's all on us right now.
I know Coach Steele talks about it a lot, but was he the one that implemented that 24-hour rule?
Yeah, he is the one that did that. I mean, he's a mastermind, you know. We love him.
How did he kind of talk to you guys when he brought that up the first time when he got here?
Basically just saying, you know, after a big win, you know, he'll say we did a pretty good job. Not a great job, because he always wants us to improve. So, you know, he'll talk about that, and then he'll say, you know, now, once we watch the film, we're going to put this aside, and we have to move on to the next opponent. So starting Tuesday, we're going to put on our pads, and we're going to go do target drill. We're going to do what we do, and do what we do best, and that's what we do, and we keep the same routine. Nothing has changed.
Did it take some time for that to kind of resonate with you guys? Like, okay, I get what he's saying. We need to put this game behind us right now and just move forward.
It didn't really take time at all, because he'll tell specific people, myself, Deshaun Davis, Trey Williams, a lot of the big time leaders, and you know, we're just incorporating and tell the other guys, and it's pretty smooth.
Trey, you played Georgia so many times now that it's kind of not a new thing for you anymore, but considering your history with that university, is there still some sort of emotional attachment or something there, considering some of these guys you're seeing again, or guys that were there your freshman year?
It's not really any emotional, you know, anything emotional. It's just another big game. You know, we're excited, and I mean, I wasn't there when any of the other players were there. Any of the offensive guys, Devin Bellamy is probably the only person that I really talked to the most when I was there at UGA. So, and he's on defense, so we never really see each other on the field.
Kevin Steele said, you know, the performance where you guys held Michelle and Chubb to 46 yards is something he'll remember for the rest of his life. It'd be hard to duplicate. What do you guys have to do to slow them down again after they've already seen what you've thrown at them?
Yeah, it's going to be very hard, because those guys are very special, but we have to come in with the same formula, running to the ball, tackling well, plugging the holes, everyone staying in your gaps. I mean, that's the main focus. That's what you have to do to beat those guys. So, you know, we'll try our hardest to do what we did last time, and we'll see what happens.
You guys
Got time for a couple more?
You guys have fed off so much of the home crowd here these last 3 games, especially the 2 against Georgia and Alabama. It's going to be a different atmosphere in Atlanta. Georgia fans been buying up tickets for 3 weeks. Auburn fans will be outnumbered. Do you think that plays a factor in the game for you guys?
You really want to play a big factor in this game, because all the hype that come towards this game and everything that's at stake. You know, this is a big game for us as well. So the fans was very huge for these 2 games that we needed in order to get in the SEC championship. So the fans helped us get to this point. Now we have to do it, and our fans will be there. I know they will, and there'll be a lot of them. But I mean, we're very hungry right now. I feel like it's our time, so you know, we're gonna go get it.
Trey, you played with some really good defensive lines in front of you since you've been here. How good are these guys, those guys up front this year?
Yeah, these guys are amazing. They're great. They're very fast to be so big, like Marlon Davidson and Jeff Holland. The interior, Derek Brown and Dontavius are second to none. They're so big and can clog up any gaps. Very strong and physical. So they're definitely one of the best D-lines I ever played with. And it's crazy because I thought it would be a decline with Carl and Mon leaving, but I mean it probably has risen a little bit more.
Do you see Georgia
Last one.
going out to the perimeter more to stay away from those guys? Do you think you might see some more finesse out of Georgia, you know, throwing screens, things like that?
Yeah, we might. I would do the same thing, but you know we have a lot of fast guys in the secondary that can close on the ball fast, so you know, that might not work either.
All right, thank you.